GM, just a quick one before we get going. So, as you know, the Blocmates podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. Certainly shouldn't be considered as financial advice. We have absolutely no idea what we're talking about half the time. So, any investment decision you do make should be based on your own research and your own understanding of the risks involved. One more thing as well, there's around 50% of people who listen regularly who aren't subscribed yet. So if you please could just do us a favor and hit the subscribe or the follow button or the like button. Helps content grow, helps us grow, helps it reach more people like yourselves, and it means the world to us as well. So that's the last I'll ask of you. So yeah, let's get to the episode.
Good morning from a rainy, miserable, dark part of the north of England that I'm sure you're aware of where I am. I don't even know why I'm being weird about that. I've said it plenty of times. Hey, Grant.
Morning. Yeah, I'm back.
He's back. We've lost Mike. Mike's down and out. He's ill. First casualty of the autumn season. Probably COVID. I feel like I'm hearing that a lot lately. But nevertheless, we are here to talk between the two of us. So, prices and flows. So Bitcoin is up from the last episode. We're at about circa 26.6k, now at the 27.5 mark. It is down 2.3% in the last 24 hours though. ETH also up from the last episode to 1665, but has retraced 3.6% in the last 24 hours. And total market cap is also up from Thursday to 1.13 trillion, but is also down 1.7% in the last 24 hours. Binance inflows over the past week. So on the daily, we're up 33.7 mil. And on the weekly, we are also up 58.4 million. And the Ethereum greed is also gone up a little bit and is neutral though at 50. That was probably quite misleading, but you know what I mean. So straight into it. Winners, BSV, Grant.
Yeah, so this is actually quite funny because just because the token's up 18% doesn't mean that this couldn't have went in the losers section as well. So there's been a tweet that comes from the @Satoshi account, which has tweeted for the first time since October 2018, and it states that Bitcoin is a predicate machine. Over the following months, we shall explore different aspects that are not explicitly contained within the white paper, and then it goes on to say a lot more jargon. So I think community notes sometimes can be a bit like buzzkill, explain the joke sometimes, but this time it's actually thrown up a couple of links to the fact, and a couple of people have pointed out that the account is a claim to be controlled by Craig Wright, so who obviously claims to be Satoshi. So people will have to make their own minds up on that one. But yeah, putting two and two together and seeing BSV, Bitcoin Satoshi's vision, up 18% on the day, 2 and 2 equaling 27 or something there. So, but yeah, I just thought that was really funny that that moved after a tweet. But
that's a big jump from 2 and 2 equals 5, 27. If you are listening on Spotify, on the screen now we can see that the new sort of X-Twitter thing that they've introduced. Craig Wright claims to be Satoshi Nakamoto, but has been proven to be a fraud. He controls this account and it should not be trusted.
Each to their own.
Rollbit.
Yeah, it's snuck up again to it's a price at time of writing. It's 13 cents, 1365. So the crypto condom. one of our good friends, and if you listen to this for the first time, yes, we are a very serious media outlet here, but she's been doing a little bit of sleuthing and effectively tracing back some of the Rollbit comms, and there's always been these two swords crossing. Always been the football kind of emoji, and then there's this new one just appeared out of nowhere. And basically what Crypto Condom is saying is this is basically not just a slip up, and they've just added an extra emoji just for no reason. So they're saying if I had to guess, the chain refers to current community proposal to perform on-chain burns wherever cheaper than the Rollbit platform itself. And the rationale for the proposal attached, simply put, it puts to rest any questions that the revenue isn't real. It burns more Rollbit. It increases the efficiency of the buy and burn program. If this comes to pass, it may result in the repricing of the Rollbit token if spectators can confirm revenue is indeed real. Worth watching. One hand, it's hilarious that we have to guess if it's the revenue and the burn is real. On the other hand, if it is real, then I can imagine a huge repricing to happen, and not financial advice. I don't own any, but yeah, that's quite an interesting one.
Yeah. Losers. So we said nothing really newsworthy, but I do think we'll get onto that in a sec. Do you want to rattle through some of these losers that you've kind of noted down?
Yeah, there's definitely stuff down, but there's what we like to do is try and surmise why stuff is up and why stuff is down, and usually it comes with a good little story. So, but yeah, our favorite Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 is down 20%. Dopex is down 14.7%. Unibot is down 12%. So there's just a couple of alts that are getting hammered at the minute. And yeah, the Dixie looks to be completely just owning the show at the minute. So I don't know what's going to happen, but Dixie looks strong. So alts don't look like a great player at the minute.
That's great timing, isn't it, for Harry Potter, Sonic Obama, with what we've got coming this week? All will be revealed soon. No, but in other news, so we have a headline here on CoinDesk, which is the ads are killing me right now. But Coinbase obtains payment license in Singapore. The Coinbase International Exchange received regulatory approval from Bermuda's financial regulator, and Coinbase registered with Spain's central bank last week. Apostrophe missing from Spain's there, but what do we think of this?
I think it's really good. So they've been granted a full license in Singapore. If this enables them to then offer perps and derivatives, you can see a shit ton of volume going through Coinbase, and it'd probably be a testing ground for the product to then take back to the US and be like, look, it's good, it's safe, this is the results. So it's it's a step in the right direction. They've been doing like incredible work in Washington like over the past couple of months. Like we should have actually brought that up quite a bit more, actually, because they're actually, I wouldn't want anyone else fighting in the industry's corner at the minute. I think they're just doing such a good job. So bullish coin. Hopefully there's a base token one day, because that did get rumored the other day. But no, it's good to see.
Yeah, they do everything properly, don't they? And you are right. We probably should bring it up a little bit more, but maybe we're a little bit too degen for that kind of thing. But big fans of what they're doing over there. But that kind of goes without saying, which I suppose is why we don't talk about it that often. SBF, mammy, daddy. We said the other day. That's in reference to his dad basically saying he doesn't get paid enough. This trial starts today.
I think from what I've read this morning, just jury selection today, so I don't think there'll be any opening statements or anything like that. But it's going to be just the shit that'll come out that we weren't just completely unaware of, like the evidence on both sides and the justifications. And it's just going to be like, from the outside looking in, it's probably even entertaining to watch. I know there's been a lot of people who got completely fucked by the whole thing, but I think the industry needs a bit of clarity over actually what transpired, even though there'll be people arguing their own bias and stuff like that. But
closure as well.
Yeah.
General.
Yeah, 100%. Because there's still a lot of shit up in the air, isn't there? So, but I don't know. It's gonna be definitely worth keeping an eye on, and we'll try and cover it as much as possible here, and we'll try and get the newsletter to ramp up on that sort of stuff. Even though you'll probably be saturated with that information, but it's going to be throughout October, November. I think it's going to be a tip of everyone's tongue.
Yeah, God, I would not be sleeping well if I was SBF. No idea what the evidence is either way, but if imagine him in jail.
Nah, no way.
Yeah. Dear me.
Because Michael Lewis, the author of Flash Boys and Big Short, is effectively doing his press tour now, and I think the book on SBF is gearing up to be launched, which is perfect timing really for him. but he was following SBF around for like 6 months prior to FTX blowing up. And then when it obviously blew up, I think his famous tweet was, "I think I've just got my end in." So that book's going to be fucking ridiculous. But there was a few things. He was on 60 Minutes, and he pointed out that there was the guys from 60 Minutes had pointed out the fact that SBF was at one point considering effectively paying Trump not to run for office. And I think the number that gets floated around was like 5 billion. And like the interviewer was saying, don't you think that's a bit like mental? And Michael Lewis is effectively just saying, well, if you knew Sam like I do, that's not kind of out of the question. So fuck knows. I can't wait to get my hands on that.
It'll be really interesting to see what sort of angle he takes with that as well. You know, if it's going to be net positive or negative for the space, whether he pins Sam, which I would hope he will, or whether it's more of just an objective of what this guy was up to, because the last thing we need is more bullshit spread about this. Yeah, you know, as excited as I am to read it, I'm also on tender hooks that...
Who plays him in the movie?
SBF? Ooh. I think they get... what's his face from The Social Network? Jesse Eisen. Jesse Eisenhower or something. I'm going to just Google that quickly.
Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg. I reckon they get Jesse Eisenberg and they tell him to put like 4 stone on, and I think he'd do a good job.
The thing is, like, when it started, he was actually quite trim and looked like a young lad.
I mean, to be fair, he did already play Zuck, so maybe that one's discounted. Who would you have play him?
I think he's perfect for it.
I don't feel like you can do Zuckerberg and SBF though. I feel like there's definitely some sort of conflict of interest going on there somewhere.
Who directed Social Network?
Oh, I can't remember now without Googling it. Who would play SBF? Be interested to know people's thoughts on that, actually. Who would you have play SBF? But yeah, looking forward to seeing how this one plays out regardless. Yeah, anything else?
No, I think that's it. Still early, links are below.
Yeah.
Got some interesting stuff coming up there, so go and have a look.
Newsletter will have a new look very soon as well. But yeah, low energy, but you know, have a good day. Enjoy your Tuesday.